I'm Judy Griffin with Aroma Health Texas, and today we're going to learn how to use aromatherapy to enhance our intuition, which will balance the willpower the blend we did a couple weeks ago. So we need intuition to balance that willpower. We've had a few weeks to work on willpower, so it's time to move in with greater intuition. Our intuition is enhanced by recognizing all creation. It creates an inner understanding and feeling inside of us, so we make better decisions. We have increased energy, better mental clarity. Don't expect to shake the room. It's not that kind of a psychic power, okay? It's inner guidance, it's inner knowing. In the body, it can reduce rheumatism, nervous disorders, anxiety, and hypersensitivity, which really can offset your intuition sometimes when you're too sensitive. It helps to reduce escapism, isolation, introversion, and poor use of the imagination. So we're going to start with an ounce of our carrier oil of your choice. I'm using jojoba because it's a wax and not an oil, and on your body it absorbs very quickly. So our base is going to be a new essential oil for us. You may have used it before. It's spikenard. And in dealing with intuition, spikenard is an ancient essential oil. And in dealing with intuition, it helps to provide devotion to our chosen path. And it helps to balance the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. That's sympathetic is what we don't control, like breathing to some extent, or blood pressure, with parasympathetic, which is relaxed and more in control of what we're doing. Remember, with spikenard, this is the essential oil, or the herb, whatever you want to call it, that Jesus' friend Mary used when she applied nard to Jesus' feet. Now think of it. And this was right before he was soon arrested, within probably a week or so from then. So she was balancing his sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, and she was affirming his devotion to his chosen path. So in our blend, I'm going to use a total of 6 drops, but only 3 of spikenard. Oh, it's very nice. And then frankincense, which helps to clarify and center the mind, and it helps to improve our intention. You know, none of this willpower, intuition, none of it matters without intention. You have to have the intention first. It doesn't come later. So get your intention in order. We're going to use 3 drops of frankincense. That's another favorite. You can tell I need to be calm because I like the calming, all the calming essential oils. So we have 6 drops. We're going into our heart note, which is the main properties of our blend. And we're going to start with rose, and it establishes a connection with others. It's very open heart. Some people don't like rose, so we have another one you can use, but I'm going to use 7 drops of this. Would not matter if it's rose otto, which is distilled rose oil, or rose absolute, which is made in a different way. Now, another essential oil that goes really well with rose is clary sage. Clary sage calms the mind. It restores and maintains peacefulness, so it's really important. And if you don't like rose, or it's too expensive for you, then you might want to just use all clary sage. But we're going to use 8. drops of that. I'm getting better. I can count my drops and talk at the same time. I didn't start out that way. And rose and clary sage make such a wonderful blend. Then we have the enfleurage that we make, which is flower essences, but they're actually enfleurages, not water-based. And I'm using Inner Voice, which has both of our enfleurages, some of our enfleurages, and some of our essential oils. It's one of our combinations, and I'm going to use just a few drops of that. I use 3 drops, so 15 to 18 drops is good for your heart note. So we go to our head or top note. We're going to use, typically with anything spiritual, you use holy basil for opening up the spiritual connection and the protection and that we need. So I'll give you an alternative, but let me put in 9 drops of our top note, which I'm using holy basil. If you want something different, then you could use lavender, but use the essential oil, because the absolute of lavender, which is that thick green viscous essential oil we use, the absolute is a heart note. Essential oil of lavender that is steam distilled is actually a top note, a head note. So it would work perfectly here for producing harmony and transformation. We could also use some holy basil and some lavender. They blend well together. When you're using lavender, French lavender, which we sell as Provence lavender, we grow it organically and sell it. It also relieves pain because it has a very high ester content. So if you want to really open up, it really helps intuition not to have pain in the body, or pain is blocked energy, okay? So you're releasing that blocked energy. Lavender helps. It wants to do that anyway, any kind of lavender, and it helps kind of with, keeps you out of negative thinking. When you're smelling lavender, you're usually not thinking negatively. So one of those two are going to help for you, and that is going to make our blend for intuition. Oh, this is nice. I like it. It's fresh and it's light. It's not. I don't know, it's not romantic, it's just uplifting. And we're going to keep it in a dark place, which is like a cabinet. Do not refrigerate. And we're going to keep it for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we can use it. You can cheat. I have to tell you the right things to do, but at least give it a few days if you can, and overnight before you try to use it. But you will see that by allowing your blends to take the full 3 weeks, you won't recognize any one particular essential oil. They will be totally blended, unique, and like a totally new, your creation of an essential oil. That's what we have for today. I'll see you in a week. Please let me have your questions, and like and share and all those things. Subscribe. We'll be back in a week. Bye-bye.